I want to next talk about stress, and I want to illustrate it with a story. I have a older couple that comes here regularly, a sweet older couple that have talked to me numerous times about how happy they are to have the fitness center, how much they love coming here, how much the coming here and the exercise has improved their lives, and they're just the nicest people. The husband has told me many times how glad he was that he came to the gym and started this routine, and actually his wife kind of pulled him in here, and he really wasn't, he was mostly golfing for his exercise, and how glad he was that he came into the fitness center. Now every year I replace a few pieces of equipment just to keep some new fresh equipment in the gym. And this particular time I replaced an abdominal machine, a leg extension machine, and a chest press machine. And when those new machines came in, this gentleman was absolutely furious. The machines were not performing like the old ones, they were different, and he was focusing on every single thing that was wrong or different with these new machines, and of course not focusing on all the other great benefits of the new machine. And this just made him so upset. Now this man's in his 80s, and he's in great shape for his 80s, but I think we all know this. As we get older, we get really set in our ways and our routines, in our expectations. That's the key. We develop these expectations in life, and we become real tight with our expectations, and when we don't meet our expectations, we experience stress. Somebody moved my cheese. And then our brain tends to really focus on that. Focus on why we're feeling this stress, and look for other threats, other things going on. And what I've noticed now, it's been at least going on 2 months now since I replaced those machines. And we had a conversation, and he was very angry with me. He wanted me to get the old machines back. I said, well, the old machines aren't coming back. I was polite as I could possibly be. But even 2 months now, he's not the same individual anymore. He's much more quiet, and he doesn't smile as much anymore. He seems almost defeated in certain ways. And the reason I bring up this point is because this simple decision, this simple thought of his expectations being broken has got him in some real stuck thinking. And he can't see his thinking because he perceives it as, I shouldn't have brought in those new machines. I should have kept those old machines, and those new machines are better those old machines were better for these reasons, and I'm missing out on this, and I'm not getting a good enough workout because of those machines, and on, and this thinking doesn't go away. It gets stuck. So here it is, 2 months later, and when he walks in, he's still feeling this. He's still thinking this way. And he's still stuck in this fog. And it's such a tragedy. But what I learned from it, rather than getting upset with this guy and telling him, take your business elsewhere, whatever, I don't need your negativity in here anymore, I learned for myself that I don't want to ever get expectations that are so strong that I get into this stuck negative thinking, and it affects my life. It affects... Now granted, his coming here and working out was a tremendous positive in his life. And whenever something very important in his life, and whenever something that's very important to us gets changed and our expectations are not met correctly, whenever something that's really important to us doesn't occur or happen as we think it should, that is when we have the most chance to be very emotional, and for the stress response to be the greatest, and therefore the narrowing of our mental capacities, or what I like to call dumbing down, that occurs to us. We just don't see the big picture. We can't, all we're focused on is the negativity of the situation because it's so important to us and so emotional to us. So really learn from here's the other thing that you want to learn from this is we have to learn to surrender our feelings and our thoughts and our expectations. Things are not going to go exactly as we think they always should, because we don't know exactly what's in our best interest in every single circumstance. If we have certain expectations for a certain thing, and it doesn't turn out that way, how do we know that there aren't some benefits down the road for us? We don't know. So if we keep that in mind, if we keep that thought of surrendering our expectations to a higher, better alternative in the future that we're not aware of, we open that up. It's when we close off our mind and we let our negative emotions overtake us for weeks, and for some of us even years inside of us, that just limits our ability to feel good, to feel happy, and to feel productive, and to be able to do the things that we feel like doing. Because when we have these constant negative feelings and constant stress responses, we're going to be battling hunger, and we're going to be battling our weight, and it's going to be impossible to get to permanent weight loss. So that's why I wanted to share that story with you as a way to think about our own thinking and the dangers of getting into certain expectations that get us stuck in our negative thinking. This is Dave Erickson, Live by Choice.